In the last couple of weeks, a United States Air Force officer and former intelligence official named David Grusch talked to various media outlets as having bombshell testimony about UFOs. Grusch claims that the U.S. federal government maintains a secretive UFO retrieval program and is in possession of non-human spacecraft and dead pilots, with some of his claims and alleged classified information that he gathered from colleagues. The House Oversight Committee has tentatively planned congressional hearings on UFOs in July. That's at the time of this video. There has been an uptick in sightings from the balloons being shot down in the spring to the recent Las Vegas incident. It sure seems to many that disclosure is finally upon us.
So you've spoken to people with direct knowledge
Yes,
of a secret legacy UFO program.
correct.
You're saying that the United States government has retrieved alien technology.
Yes, the assessment was non-human, presumably extraterrestrial, but we do have retrieved non-human material and craft that we have in our possession.
Do we have alien bodies?
We do.
According to independent journalists who interviewed Carl Nell, a retired Army colonel, who is also on the UFO task force, said that Grusch was beyond reproach and also supported the claim that the US was engaging in an ongoing competition with other countries to identify UFO crashes and landings and the retrieval of material for exploitation and reverse engineering. The non-human intelligence phenomena is real, he says. We are not alone. This is a global phenomena, and yet a global solution continues to elude us. Grusch's interview on video was pre-taped and pre-authorized for release by the DoD, as they said they did not contain any classified information, and reiterated that this does not mean what Grusch said was true. Grusch says that the government has multiple spacecraft of non-human origin and a myriad of corpses of alien bodies who piloted the crafts. Grusch's claims. In the video, Grusch is asked if the government has alien bodies, in which he says that he doesn't want to say that they're alien, they're non-human entities, meaning he theorizes they may not be from another planet, but from another dimension. During his investigation, he claims that he started encountering problems, doors being closed, information and access being denied, and after which he then got retaliatory actions against him, and this experience made him decide to become a whistleblower. He claims he has documents and photos of evidence of alien spacecraft, alien bodies, knowledge of alien technology, etc., but cannot reveal them due to them still being classified. In his video, he goes on to claim that we have had successful technological advancements from reverse engineering some of these craft. But due to the secrecy, he postulates we could have so much more if it was out in the open, and the top scientists and engineers could all collaborate with this process. I touched on this in my Did Aliens Steal Our Hoverboards video, the idea that we have access to this type of anti-gravity propulsion, and that due to the economic power factors, this technology will not be shown in the light of day, things that could solve a lot of our problems with our current world. And I have to agree. If we do have aliens visiting us, and we have recovered craft and reverse engineering, then this is all should be wide open and studied and used. If there is free energy that is being suppressed, then I believe that falls under a crime against humanity. But of course, that depends on whether we actually do have alien craft. Back in 1933, Benito Mussolini and his Secret Service tracked and documented UFOs. The Italian government recovered one crashed ship. While this was going on, the Pope at the time revealed to the US that the Italians have recovered an alien craft. After the war, the Americans took the spaceship and brought it back to the US. He was asked about Roswell. Again, see my video on that classic incident, and Grusch said he can't discuss the case due to its classified information on it. In 1967, it was reported that alien craft were seen outside a nuclear missile site, and these craft were able to arm and interfere with the nuclear missiles. Grusch was a part of the task force to investigate some of the incidents that have revealed to the public videos from the armed forces of strange craft and experiences. He claims that there are many, many other videos that could be released, with a lot more interesting videos than the 3 videos that have been released so far. He says one craft is even the size of a football field. Now, the UFO community has been talking about disclosure for as long as I can remember. Dr. Greer is one of the names associated with disclosure and has been working on the Disclosure Project since 1993, with promises that it's just around the corner. When the first videos of the gimbal video and the Tic Tac and the San Diego video of UAPs from official armed forces videos showed up, then people pushing for disclosure started gearing up for the government to finally fess up. But of course, this has been going on for a long time, as in the case of the Disclosure Project, well, since 1993. If you go on Twitter and follow UFO Twitter, you will see all sorts of videos and pictures and discussions and theories and prophecies that disclosure is coming. It's almost here, and a lot on Project Bluebeam, which I also covered on this channel. Just recently there was an interesting incident with a Las Vegas resident, a strange light that appeared on a police body camera, a blue light streaking down, other neighbors hearing a big boom, and the originator of the event's 9/11 call about there being an 8-foot being in his backyard. Stories like these start popping up more and more, and it's hard to tell if it's people trying to take advantage of a viral story, or if it's really happening, or if all of this is one giant PSYOPs campaign. And it's highly possible that it can and is all 3. We have to ask ourselves, what would it take for disclosure to occur? Some senators and government officials use the traditional debunking line of, there's no way that this could be kept a secret. But is it really a secret at all? That statement might be true. There was no way to keep it a secret, and it was going to get out if it was true. And if you believe this, and you're in the business of not wanting things to leak, what would you do? Well, an ongoing disinformation campaign would be the best strategy. It can serve 2 functions. It can discredit any real information, with all the fantastical and odd stories and people who associate with the movement, to mask any of the real stuff and the loads of fakeness that permeates the sphere. As long as you can keep it up, then you don't need to worry about anything leaking, because it's all discredited. And no country is going to give up its secrets, military secrets, for the right thing to do. That's just not how they operate, nor is it good strategy for competing entities. So those of you hoping for disclosure coming anytime soon, I think you'll need to wait a little longer. For disclosure of the truth leaves only one option. There has to be alien vessels, alien life and craft visiting our world, because if there isn't, then disclosure will never be accepted. See, the only way disclosure can actually happen is if there are actual aliens. If there isn't, then we will just keep going around and around this topic, and one could infer, well, maybe that's what is really happening, that there aren't aliens and we just won't accept it. And so we keep pushing the goalpost back for disclosure. And if you reverse it and you get disclosure, what exactly does that look like? Do we get all the documents and photos and videos, and is everyone going to believe them to be true and not some sort of distraction campaign? There will certainly be a lot of people who think this way. The only real disclosure is if aliens come down and land on everyone's lawn, walk the streets, and interact with a plethora of humans, that it cannot be denied that they exist and are here. And I waver on this topic. Aliens and aliens visiting us is my favorite type of paranormal or strange phenomena. I myself have seen an object in the sky that I can't explain. I want aliens visiting us to be true. But with the current state of things, there's no way I can know, or you can, again, unless I come in contact with them. Until then, I'm going to be left out in the cold with the rest of you. I've touched on this topic before, and I think it bears repeating. At this point, waiting and participating in disclosure is nothing short of navel-gazing. As I described it, I just don't see a legitimate reason or way that disclosure will happen. And so we're left again with belief. And you have to ask yourself, do you believe or don't you? And neither offer any sort of concrete resolve. And, well, maybe that's a good thing after all. Okay, so now it's time for you to tell me what you think. Will disclosure happen? Let me know in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps out a small channel like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.